Good day, brothers and sisters in Christ. We are on our 40th iPrep day of reflection, and we are going to reflect very briefly today on the example of Christ. And we are reminded by St. Paul, the Apostle, in his letter to the Philippians, to have the same feelings of Christ. He who, though he was God, in Philippians 2, verses 5 to 11, he who was with God did not deem himself to be clinging, so to speak, to his divinity. Of course, Christ always remained God, even after he had become flesh, even after the incarnation. But he never had that greedy grip, so to speak, towards his divinity. And so we may say that in a sense that divinity was hidden, and he took upon himself that humble form of a servant. And that shows us the humility, which is always the way God works, with humility. And that's the example of Christ, the example that Christ is showing us all throughout these days of the Lenten season, and especially during the Holy Week activities, the Holy Week readings. We are going to see again how Christ has humbled himself, and he was obedient unto death on the cross, in order for us to learn that the most valuable thing in this training called love, in this lifelong training on love, is always to do the Father's will, to obey God's will, and to always do our best to cooperate with Him, even if it might lead us to paths which are difficult, as Jesus Christ had experienced. The way of the cross is never easy, but Jesus Christ has showed us the example that when there is love, when there is true love, that love is always ready to sacrifice. God bless us all.